Don't ask me what time it is. I don't know. I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God. I'm the unknown prophet of God. If you like it or not. Uh, I need to tell you something, folks. It's, I think, very important for you to know that uh, the coronavirus, what's going on in this world, um, the spirit of sickness will play part between your ears. So, you go to a store, you are scared that you also get it and all that kind of things. It will play between your ears and your mind, you understand? So you need to watch out for the thing that you will not make yourself crazy or that you will not make yourself sick. Because this is also a part in your life you can do and this go automatically also. So now this thing is going on and I need to warn the people for this kind of thing. So this is for people, they think they will become sick, and if they think that they will become sick, they will become really sick. So they need to watch out for that thing. It's a psychological thing, folks, and yeah, every human being do have this thing, the thoughts and that they are scared to get it, and everybody do have that feelings. I want you to handle with these feelings so that the feelings will not win, so that you will get become sick, because and this is only between your ears and your mind. It will start to play with you, and you need to watch out for that. You know, these are the Corona Chronicle. You know, the Corona Chronicle. And yeah, something start to happen in your mind, you know. Um, you release something in your mind and it start to play with you. And you need to watch out for that thing. It's very important that you will listen to this because, yeah, folks, that's the human being, you know. And you cannot stop it and you can do nothing about it. I only warn you that you will not go too far in it, or else it will take you. It's a spiritual thing, and yeah, any human being in this world, I don't know any better. Or as long you are a human being, you get this thing, and it will start to play, and only you will know how far you will go with this. You understand? So I think it's very important to know that what people do with you, that you can make it only more worse. You know, it's your spiritual thing, and everybody do have this. So you can work on yourself to become more sick, folks, or crazy even. You understand? Crazy and sick. And yeah, that's a problem, right? Yesterday it was, I think it was 1 o'clock or something, and I did get a feeling inside. And this feeling was a feeling of happiness. Yeah, I did get the feeling happiness inside. And I thought, yeah, I need to tell the people about the feeling I did get. you know. But it's not fair that I get the feeling of happiness in a world what is not so happy. You understand? We all do have problems, and I get the feeling of happiness. I think that is not fair. And I also know that God will give me that kind of feelings, you know. When God did come, I did get a lot of feelings, and happiness also belongs to it. And I only can remember in the days I was happy was the days I did work, and I did come from my work, and then it was Friday, so it was weekend, and then I did go out. Then I was very happy, and then this feeling did come into me that I was happy. And this did happen, yeah, all the time when I did not work, folks. I, or when I did not work, when I was done with my work every Friday, then the feeling of happiness did start, you know. And it did stay a long time till I did go to the parties I did go to and all that kind of things, you know. And then the happy feelings start to go. But it did stay a long time. And yeah, when God did come to me, I also did get the feeling of happiness. And this also is almost every week. And I told my Father God, you give me the feeling of happiness. But I live with people in this world who will not be so happy. So I think it's not fair. You know, folks, I need to get the feelings you also do have, so that I can explain better your feelings. I think it's more important than my happiness. So I ask my Father God not to give me the feeling of happiness, because I think it's not honest. You hear the storm outside, folks? That is not good. Somewhere else in the world right now, there is a big storm going on. Big things. Things what will kill people. Here we listen to the storm, and there we run for the storm. That's another story. You understand? And I hear this storm, and then I think about this, you know? Then I think, how many people are running now for the storm I am just listening to? And I like the sound of the storm. How many people need to go from their houses to stay alive, run for their lives? And there is a lot of running to do, folks, because we are not there yet. So there is a lot to run. For anyone who is listening right now, will run for their lives. I saw it that way, folks. So that will the way it has to be. But watch out for this spiritual thing. Eh? It's between your ears, and you can make yourself very crazy for this thing. What's going on with this coronavirus? You know. And I want you to watch out. Like I told you, I will warn you for the things I definitely know, because I did get them from God. And I know who you people are, and who you people think, and what will come between your ears and into your mind. I want you to watch out for this. You can make yourself very sick. And you've never been that sick before. So don't make yourself crazy, folks. And listen to this story, because it's the daily story happening with you all the time. You understand? People around the world. All the time. I mean, not with you all the time, but sometimes it will happen, you know. And now this coronavirus is doing things, dirty things. So you will become scared, fearful, and this can definitely win. It can completely destroy you, folks. You know? And yeah, it's the sick spirit in you, you know? The sick thinking, the sick spirit, yeah, I call it the sick spirit. It start to work with you, and yeah, you call it, you know, the sick spirit. You also do have this thing, all of you. It's very important that you will not let it win. Whatever will happen, folks, don't let it win. Don't let win. Don't give it a chance, so that the bad spirit will win from you. Because you do have two sides. You do have a good side. You normally live it, and you do have a bad side. And this is where you do things later you will be sorry for. Huh? That's your sick spirit. And everybody in this world do have that spirit. It's up to you how far you will let the spirit run free. If you let it completely free, then you become crazy, folks, and start to do crazy things you never did do before. I warn you for this spirit. And you all do have this. We do have two sides, folks. We do have a good side and we do have a bad side. Huh? It's just up to you. How strong are you? What are your abilities to stay strong, folks? I wonder. So when God did come to me, yeah, he explained me a lot, folks. He, you know, the things I never did talk about. I start to talk about these things now because now I know them, and in that time God was not with me. I also think I know them, but yeah, God did change me, and now I know them. But in that time I could not warn you for the things I know now, because in that time I did not know. I also did not know that I will speak for many people in many ways and warn them for everything and all that kind of things. I never could know. I did not know that I had it in me. But now I know. It's also very important that you will listen to it, folks. It's really important. You know, I know what I'm talking about because I've been there already. And you maybe never been there. You understand? Now, definitely not with God. That is for sure. Not one of you really was with God and see God and hear God and feel God and God who heal you and God who speak to you and God who move you, you know, without you know where you go and all that kind of things. God did not do those things with you. And I'm sure, folks. I'm very sure. That's why I am the unknown prophet of God. Like I told you already so many times. I try to convince you that I am what I say I am. I am the unknown prophet of God. And yeah, you need to believe this thing. And I know this thing for sure. Like you believe in God. I am with God. You know. But it's the same thing. You know, I tell you all these stories and that you better go with good people and all that kind of things because there are many bad fruits all over the world. And it starts to play against God. And I want you to watch out for it. Because they only want to hurt God in a bad way. I want you to watch out for that thing. But it belongs to the story, folks. It's there. And so you do have a bad side and a good side also. You know? And when you do bad things, then the bad side is winning from your good side. So you do have two particles. You know? Constantly in your mind, fighting with each other. You see, sometimes you see movies, then you see a devil and an angel next to each other, by the mind, by the head, right? You see it many times in cartoon movies and all that kind of things. You see a red devil and a white angel, and they are fighting with each other, right? You all did see this, I think. This is also the real thing, folks. It's happening constantly in your mind. Constantly you need to make choices. Is it good? Is it bad? These are the two who will be against each other all the time, you know? They're fighting with each other. This is what is happening in your mind when you will make a decision. And you will think, is it the good decision or the wrong decision? And sometimes you even don't mind if it is good or bad. And don't be mindless like that. Start to think first before you ever start to do it. Because when you did do it, and it was wrong, then you know it was wrong, and you never will forget this thing. It go completely into your mind, and you never will forget that you did do that thing. You know? And then I come to you in 100 years, and I tell you this thing, what did happen 100 years ago. And you will come to me and you will tell me precisely what you did do. You understand? And that's reality, folks. That is the mind of people. It will forget nothing. So everything is open in your mind. And it stays that way. So better start to make the good decision. Because these two are always fighting with each other. It's the good side, the good part of you, and the bad part of you. You know, like I told you many times, if I like, I can go outside and start to hit children or something. If I like it that way, you know. I know I do not do it. But if I make that decision, then it will start to happen. You understand? Yeah, you can do whatever you like, folks. Just don't do it. But do understand that you do have two parts in your mind. It's the good and the bad part. And you always need to win from the bad part. And the bad part will always be against the good part in your mind. Always. Because this is apart from each other. How deep and far will you go? Will you protect yourself for yourself? I tell you how the human brain works, folks. Think about it. And know that I'm right. This is also how you can become mad and start to do things. And the next day you will go back and will say that it was not the meaning. But it was not the meaning, but it did happen. So for this you need to repent by the people you did do this to. because you did become mad, and yeah, you let the madness win. That's why people will become mad and start to do crazy things. So I want you to watch out for this, because it's happening all over the world, and it's like a disease. And it's the truth. So this is what you people are. You will not think that deep like me, folks, but it is the truth. And you must know about yourself what you are. So what are you? You start to listen to me, and you need to ask yourself, who are you? What are you? What are you plotting? What's going on in your mind? All that kind of things you need to watch out for. So you are built like a very dangerous person in this world. And it's possible that the bad part will take over. This is how bad people will be created. And then I do not talk about the children of the devil, and the devil himself. He do not have that good part. That brains are completely took over the bad things, and not any good thing is in it. Yeah, yeah, that's what I think. Maybe they do have brains like we human beings do have. I don't know. But they show me they do have only one part, and that's the bad part. And that are the people who will wake you up, but only the bad part. And they know that all these human beings here on earth do have a good part and a bad part. And that's why they do all those things, so that it will end up very badly for you. And you are the worker in this. It's always your decisions to make, folks. You cannot never see it in another way, because this is completely like it is. I want you to listen to this, and don't let the bad part win. And don't listen to the bad people who will help you with the bad part to win from you. And if the bad part wins, you are lost, folks. We call this lost people. And lost people all did go too far. Remember this. And we do have in this world a lot of lost people. These are good people who did lose everything, so they don't care anymore what they will do and all that kind of things. You know, they become mindless. Mindless and useless for God. So God will not touch useless people. So folks, in the years I did work, I did have a very nice job. I was helping people with the gardens and yeah, help them with everything. We did drive with a car and did get lots of money, you know. Also, the people did give secretly money to us, you know, because we also did do things we may not do for the people. So we did get every week our payment, and it was a lot, much more than we get from the boss, you know. And from the boss we also did get good payment, but also the people we did help, they also did pay us. You know, and many times we did say, no, don't do this and all that kind of things. But these people did put it in our car or in our pockets, and they want us to take it. So, yeah, we did take it. Because these were happy people and do have enough money to pay us a little more than we get from our boss. And I also did work outside. It was, yeah, I was always outside. And if it was raining, yeah, we stop work. We go inside. Or we go to people, you know. People let us inside for a while. Working people. It was nice, folks. I did have a very nice job. But nothing will stay, huh? I still think about the job I did have, and yeah, I miss it. Now I do work for God. Who could ever know that I will start to do this thing? No one ever know. Also me, I did not know that this will start to happen with me. You know, so yeah, things are changing, folks, and one day you love your work, and another day you are away from your work, and you cannot work anymore in some kind of way. You know, the things you love will be taken away. But that's life. And that's also the thing you're gonna miss. I miss this thing, folks. I miss my work, you know. But now that I work for God and get my payment in love, I think this job is much more important than any job I ever did do. because the job I did do did have something to do with pleasure, folks. Huh? If you go to your job, you need to go with pleasure, that you are there and you are happy that you are there. You are happy that you do have work, you know. And this only will go with work if it is a lot of different kind of works, that you do not every day the same thing. Huh? So I would not miss this what I did get from God, and that I do work for God now, and that I did get a good payment. Love is the best payment you ever can get, folks. It will do things with you, and wow, it's that's another feeling. Completely different than the payment you get in money, you know. The payment of love is, it got something to do with feelings, folks, and it's a wonderful feeling, that love. And the love of God is a little bit creepy, because, God is very strong in love. And, it easy can take your life. But I'm still asking for love of God, the love of God. I still get it. But I also remind myself the work I did do. I miss it a lot, folks. Now I'm home all the time. But there was a long time I was always away. I was never home. I was always with the people. And always laughing and have fun and working and, get paid money on a very easy way. But I do not miss the money, but I miss the people. I did go with. I miss my work. And my work was helping people. But it was already all the time. From the day I did start to live till now, folks. And now I do this job. And never did know that I will do this. And that I will get the payment of love instead of money. I never saw this come, folks. Completely different things. But I'm also in a completely different world. I go sleep and I'm not in this world. I'm gone, folks. For 8 hours or something. And then I wake up and then I say to God, oh, I'm still here. Well, let's see what will happen today, folks. It's the first thing I always say. I wake up and I say, oh, I'm still here. Now, in some kind of way, it's sad that I'm still here. But on the other side, I need to be here, it seems. or else God did take me away, you know. So I have to do things still. I'm not done yet. Or else I will not wake up anymore, folks. And I'm sure I will be taken away like that, you know. God knows that I will be taken away softly, with no pain, no problems, just gone, you know. But also you want this. And some people will get this, folks. They go in their sleep and they never wake up again. Did God take them? No, 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 no. No, God did take no one. I always thought, you know, people who did go in their sleep, God take them away. No, they just did have a nice life and will, by this nice life, taken away nicely. That's what I know. That's what I know now. But not one will go to God. Also not the nice people. You understand? But there are nice places. And I think there they go to. These are the most of the people who will go in their sleep. You understand? These are nice people who try to do their very best. But taken away by God? No, 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 no. Now you must be, I don't know, super nice or something, you know? Well, I know it's difficult to go to heaven, folks. It's difficult. As long as I know, there are no human beings there. There are the things God did create. Huh? The angels and, you know, but not the human beings. This was the story, folks. You think you will go to heaven, but that is not so easy. You need to do a lot to come there. And then I talk about only good things in life. So it only counts for the people who are really touched by God and start to do the things I do. And this is automatically. You will start to do this. You know, you start to talk with God. You never did do in your life before. He start to talk with you. You know, he give you things. He show you things. Yeah, you start to walk with God and you're gonna follow God's way if you like it or not. So you can do nothing anymore, folks. You are locked up with God. And that's it. And this is what stays forever. You will be locked up with God, like you are locked up in this world. You never can go to another world. This is not possible. No? So you are locked up in this world. But you don't feel it because the world is very big. You can travel far away. That's why you will not feel that you are locked up. But you are all locked up in this world. You are not allowed to go to another planet or something. But you don't feel it because the world is big. That's also a feeling because this world is not that big. There are much more bigger worlds. And Earth is just little. But you are walking here and it feels like you are not locked up and that we live in a very big world. But that's not true. It's not that big. We are a little planet. But we don't feel it. Also, this planet is going to the air. You know? We are like a mothership of people. We are traveling all the time, but do you feel it? Do you feel this planet is going through the air? No, eh? But it is true. This planet is moving all the time. So we are already travelers, you know? This planet is moving. When other people from another planet will see this planet come, then they will think, it's a mothership. But it do nothing. It go. Not knowing that there are people living in that on that planet. You understand? And we people looking for life. But the other planets and the people also looking for life. But they never will find it by each other. It's not allowed. So they never will find a race of people. But there are many races of people, folks. But they will never find it. This is not how God did want it. So it will never happen. But do understand, we are travelers, folks. This planet is traveling through space. And you feel it like we are standing still. We do not travel. The planet is standing there, it do nothing. But it moves. And it moves quickly through the air. You just don't feel it. And many of you just don't know it. Also that you are locked up in this world. Lots of people do not know. And lots of people also do not care. Because they can travel in this world very far. They never will get the feeling that they are locked up. And they also don't want to go to another planet. This is only for the people who are very high in mind and want to get more far than the planet they live on. These are the explorers. Yeah, and they explore. They find out. And badly enough, these doctors, high doctors, also can make you very sick. And this is what a doctor they do. Spread around the coronavirus in some kind of bioweapon. Bioweapon. But folks, don't let the bad side of you command you, okay? It's very important that you will not let this happen, because then you are lost. Then you belong to the lost people. And you don't want this. Then these places you will never see I talk about. It's not heaven, but it's a very nice place somewhere else. And you're gonna miss this this new life and life form, you know. These are very nice places also. But it's not heaven. And everybody wanna go to heaven. But there are many places like heaven. You also will be happy and connected with God. Because only that kind of people will go to that places. So folks, don't make yourself crazy. It's easy in this time you live, because it's a crazy time. And it will become crazier by the day, folks. But are you ready for the madness? What will come up on you? Are you ready for the madness of this world? I wonder.